Our discussion about the research code switching in conversation of Vietnamese teenager by Nguyễn Hạ Quyên in 2011. We would like to discuss in terms of definitions, methodology, main finding, and lesson.
For the definition, code switching is seen as a purposeful activity that their function and intention is assigned to this behavior. Peter Orr, in his book Code Switching in Conversation, Language, Interaction, and Identity, he introduced the extended idea of code switching, devoting to the study of code switching as part of a verbal action, and also cooperate with other contributors to implicate the meaning of code switching as part of a verbal action.
Besides that, Halliday viewed code switching as fulfilling the interpersonal function of communication. Here the mixed language spoken plays the role of a mediator. In other words, it is the use of language to act as a mediator between sound and participants in the communicative event.
Oh, after all, combined two definitions, we have code switching is defined as a communicative resource that builds on the participants' perception of two contrasting languages and conveys linguistic and social information to other participants in the conversation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree.
But I have a question. Why do people use code switch? Who can explain?
As I know, code switching often happens to bilinguals. Researchers have found that bilinguals code switch to convey or clarify meaning, learn new vocabulary, and have create a sense of ethnic identity and community. These researchers have found that bilinguals, because speakers can make a stronger point or send a clear message, an idea or concept may be better understood. And students learn new vocabulary through code switching. So how about your part? Methodology?
Yes, my part is methodologies in this research, and as I understood, mixed methods are used in this research. It combines between the quantitative and qualitative. Quantitative method must be employed to get the numeric data. The process of collecting and recording data relies on the following resources like television, internet, and radio, and sometimes use magazines and newspaper, uh, everyday conversations, questionnaires, and also the interviews. Do you agree with me, guys?
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes.
So the next part is belong to me. One of the main findings about frequency of code switching in conversation of Vietnamese teenager, secondary S and OS pupil. For secondary S group, the words hi, hello, thanks, and the word stress and emails are the most common words we use in the code switching.
I think the word bye, goodbye almost appear in every conversation.
That is true.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I agree with both of you. And I remember that there is another age group. So I have a sharing about the old age group. In the age group, the participant switch code not only to English but also to French and Chinese because they was born and live in the during war, and they work in the other country like France or China. So I remember that there are some main findings, right?
Mm-hmm. That's the frequency of code switching. It was found that teenagers switch much more than the secondary age and the old age. The teenager curve code switching frequency reached up to 77.6%. That's pretty high.
Wow.
Yeah. And the research also showed that the level of Vietnamese English code switching, the level of code switching depends on the environment where people live and studied. Another factor is how much they can remember and use a second language.
Excuse me, I wonder about the difference between the level of Vietnamese and English code switching in teenager group. Anyone can explain
Um,
it for me?
I think it's my part. So I will explain. Actually, Vietnamese teenagers could switch flexibly. The truth is that the urban teenagers usually have more chance or conditions than rural teenagers. So the result is the level of code switching in Vietnamese teenager communication depends on the languages they use and their everyday language repertoires. Are
So
you
about
clear?
the lesson, yeah. So about the lesson, I think in speaking, code switching determines the success of conversation, as such people need to aware of using code switching. Code switching commonly occurs in everyday communication, especially for teenager conversations. In conversation, a Vietnamese teenager maintain primacy so that the others who may not know another language will not understand. So findings show that teenagers code switching to say information to put emphasis for the purpose of personality, sort of or social tendency demonstration. A later implementation of code switching in conversation is to serve better for language immersion setting, where they provide clarification when a phrase or a word is not known. So code switching play an important part in our daily life.
And however, I think teenagers should not overuse code switching because it may cause misunderstanding among interlocutors, and it may distort the clarity of Vietnamese.
Yeah, I
And
do agree with
Yeah.
you.
yeah, so that's the end of our discussion. Thank you and
Okay.
goodbye.
Thank you.